Would you look at this? You can see. You can literally see. What a gorgeous night. The beautiful shadowing in the background. The smell of spring as the winter thaw melts. Look at this. Got the doctor. He's having a drink. You can see how all the ice is gone. The sun is setting. There's a patch of ice down there. Right there. That's all that's left. At least from what I can see. And you can see the dampness coming in. You know, the water's starting to run underneath the rocks as the river starts to flow into the abyss of the bow. Where I'm standing in a few weeks from now will be loaded with water. And I'm going to come out here one day. And back in the past, I actually built this, but people, I guess, knocked it down. This pile of rocks here. And I made this pile of rocks so you can see the water depth. And you see that log over there? That log is going to be having water all the way up to that bottom part of the trunk. But that piece that sticks out of the ground there, that's going to pop out. And here we are. Look at this. You can see the water starting to come in. It's starting to come in, and it's going to seep under. You can start seeing all the wet spots. This is a perfect log to be kind of sitting on here. You can move it. It's a good sitting log. Doctor, how about you hop over here. Come around, and then hop up there. Yeah. Hop up right there. Wow, look at this guy. Stay. Oh my God. That's what gorgeous looks like. Look at him. Look at this beautiful thing. Stay there. Oh my. Now we get the sun setting in the background. Look at this amazing animal. So, is it going to be me and you? Are you coming too? He's like, yeah, why are you stopping? So we're going to come back on another day, and we're going to plant these rocks you see behind me to just kind of show how it sticks out of the water. It's going to be like a little landmark kind of thing. And it's going to show you how high the water is, because we'll kind of take a measurement by this pile when it's sticking out, and you're going to be able to see how much water actually fills up in this river once we make this pile happen. But we're not going to do it tonight. We're going to save this for another day. But what a beautiful, beautiful day it was. I had some time off. I was kind of waiting around to see if my brother was going to call me today, because I have no way of contacting him. It's a special day for him. It's a day of freedom and joy and reuniting in life. But right now, I'm focused on the doctor, because this is what he truly enjoys. Look at that beautiful sky. Looks amazing on the phone. But you can see how everything is just about to unleash the spring in Calgary. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Texas Mickey Jack here, loving life, living life. Welcome to the live. I'm so glad you guys could join us. I'm so happy to see that there are those that are following. And I want to thank anyone and everyone that has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed to this channel. Because without you, there would be no channel. And the amazing thing is right now, what me and the doctor are trying to achieve is to get to 5,000 subscribers. We are at 4,940 last time I checked. We need 60 more. So make sure, if you so kindly will, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment below what you think of the channel. And maybe you want to comment on the most gorgeous animal in the entire world of Pitbulldom. Look at him. There he is. Where's my gorgeous animal? Carmen's here. Look at this guy. Look, he's so happy. You know, there's nothing in my present existence right now that gives me the amount of joy just seeing this dog happy. And I feel like life is a lot about giving. And this dog has taught me that. He's taught me so much in my journey through life, where I used to allow frustrations to overwhelm me. I used to allow other people's comments to trigger me. I started realizing that when I allow somebody to do that, they have control over me, and I am completely out of control. So the only way to take back that control is to build yourself up. So here we are. That's what created the channel. Was the love for this animal, this most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. And here's the amazing part. You know, we're going on walks. You know, if you feel depressed in life, guess what? Guess what? A walk is free. Maybe it'll cost you some time to go and be on that walk. Maybe it'll cost you some fuel or some bus fare. But get out into nature. We as human beings were not meant to be in captivity. We were meant to be. That's why we're called human beings. And what are we doing if we're locked in our houses? What are we doing when we're not manifesting our greatest self and creating the life that we so want? Maybe the whole reason why they are constantly trying to control what you eat, where you go, what you do, how you do it, how you think it, how you are, is so that they can use that as a mechanism against you, to change that defining factor that makes you you, so that they can easily control you. There's a reason why they want digital currency. There's a reason why they want you to drive electric cars. There's a reason why they want perpetual war, because they can market all of it and control all of it. And the crazy thing about all this is that if you really, really just take a minute out of your day to think about what I'm saying, and don't just go, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's this and that. They have a hand in everything that they're selling you. They're selling you pharmaceuticals because they own the pharmaceutical companies. They're selling you shitty food because they own the shitty food companies that are selling you the shitty food. They want to keep you consuming. They want to keep you starving for knowledge and thirsting for power, when what you really should be doing is being the best version of you and not becoming a cog in the wheel that becomes the mechanism of war, that becomes the mechanism of famine and destruction, and that embodies these unnatural human traits. You know, there's a reason why they call it human being. What are you being? Are you being a soldier, a cop? Are you contributing to the downfall of other people? Possibly. You know, I know that we need people to defend the countries and stuff like that. But if everybody had what they needed, what would we be fighting for? What are we fighting for? All we need is to have our basic rights. And to walk down the street and see a homeless man sitting out there and talking shit about him is really just you contributing to the problem. Because we could be sending them love mentally. You don't actually have to physically do something for them. But if you actually want to feel good about yourself, you could. Maybe try to put yourself in their shoes. Maybe try to come from a different perspective that will allow you to see life from a different lens. Not from the lens where I'm on this side of the white picket fence and you're just trash in the street. Because that's what causes wars. People not having enough. Living in an abundant planet and then having people tell us that there's not enough. Look at this. This water has been flowing down this river for hundreds of years. Hundreds. Look at how wide and vast. I'm just a blip here. And where I stand right now, you can see all of this is going to be water in a few weeks. I will be standing in water. It's already started to happen. Before, you used to be a walk. You used to be able to walk out where that guy is, straight across, all the way to here. And now, water's taking over. Maybe the climate's changing. Maybe it's called spring, summer, winter, fall. You know, maybe it's because of my dog is why I've started to think differently. And what I really started to notice is when I started changing my diet. I started changing my diet because I wanted my dog to eat the best food possible, and I knew that kibble was trash. Right? There's a reason why kibble is brown, and all of it's brown. Some of them they throw some dye on there, and that's so that they can disguise it. No, our kibble's different. It's better. We sprinkle some crap on it, and your dog loves it. But it's all incinerated ash. So because I noticed that this animal was having allergies from eating shitty ass kibble dog food, I started changing his diet, and his health started to change. And you know, when we talk about mindset in our society, what we really should be looking at is what the fuck are we eating? When we're sitting there drinking coffees and eating and drinking pops and pizzas and all this shit, you start realizing that those are the things that are contributing to the mental health of most people. Because I started noticing, for instance, I'm allergic to eggs. Not everybody is, but for some reason I am. When I go camping, there's nothing more than I love is to make an eggs Benedict on the fire, put it in a bagel that I toasted in some coconut oil, and biting down on that thing, and just like, sorry, I have to make sure the dog is. I need you close. Making sure that thing's just oozing. It's so good. But after a few days of eating that, I start to feel like crap. I start to think like crap. I start to get headaches because I'm allergic to eggs. Most people are gluten intolerant. So let's just say you start eating bread. What do you think causes anxiety and mental health issues? It's when you have that yeast in your gut, that bacteria that changes the candida within your homeostasis, that basically starts to project unease in your body, then unease in your mind. Hey, just play, all right? I gotta watch him because I gotta make sure that tail is wagging. All right, with me. Because when he stops like that, he gets agitated. So back to the whole eating bread and yeast. Why do they use yeast in wine? Because they need to ferment stuff. When it's fermenting in your gut, it could be fermenting bad bacteria, which is causing your anxiety and all this stuff. So I started cutting that out of my diet. What did I tell you? I started cutting bread and I started changing my food combinations. So I wasn't eating meats and breads or pastas together because they become rancid in your body. And because of this animal, I started changing my life, and that started changing my mindset, going on walks with the dog, training him, watching his reactions, learning to watch my own, and seeing how, what did I tell you? Thank you. I just want you close. I don't like your hair on your back sticking up like this. You see? I don't like that. I want you to play at the park. You don't need to show dominance. Anyways, so when you start becoming mindful of your health and the way you are, listen, he's like, oh, I just want to say hi. He's gonna walk past, but I don't like the way he is. Hey! Come here! How many times did I tell you? So he is, so is he. I just can tell he's, no, I said follow. So he is, and it is what it is, right? It's just he doesn't want your dog coming close to him, and he's coming close to him, so he's just growling to get away.
Fair enough.
But it's,
And
you know.
It doesn't help that they're both in pack.
Yeah, so I just watch.
Yeah, good.
I just watch, make sure. He's an American Staffy Pit Bull Terrier. He's a great dog. He's just, you can tell when their tail stays up like that. No, when it's still, it means like I don't like.
Is he happy now?
Yeah, he's happy now. He's cool. Hey, what did I tell you? I said follow.
Maybe we keep those
I
two
need
guys
you
apart.
close.
Maybe we keep those two guys apart.
And there's no need for that. It's just knowing my dog, right? And then knowing how other dogs react, and I, make sure that he's a great dog. But we have to be mindful of our dogs, like know their signs.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I noticed with Chunks is when his tail stops wagging, he's just there. He's like, it's almost like challenge on in a sense, right? But then I just tell him to come, and then he comes, and hey, what did I tell you? With me! And then you have to be militant with them. That's why I wanted to breed him, and it was part of like kind of a see what it would be like if he was intact for most of his life, to see how it affected his health. It's kind of like an experiment, right? And I want to be able to control my dog when he's like that, right?
Which is an extra challenge when we know that.
Yeah.
Because they have that extra instinct with them.
With me.
Natural.
With me.
You're a good boy.
It's just that now I see that there's a bigger dog in the park. Come here.
You're the alpha.
Yeah, I have to be. Follow. We're gonna cut this off here, Chunks. This way. So, I noticed there's a dog that might want to challenge him, and I don't want Chunks to be like that. So we're gonna go in the other direction to avoid. This is called avoidance. And the other dog is a lot bigger. Now the issue with that is Chunks will be like, challenge accepted, sir. You are my sworn enemy. Then you hear the Star Trek music like da, 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 da. And some people think like it's fine, but I don't want any dogs to get hurt, especially the most gorgeous animal alive. I don't want him to be hurt either. So we're going in a completely different direction. I apologize for changing my topic so quickly. I never finished explaining the whole how we eat thing. So your gut is like your second mind. And if you're out of balance, from, let's say, taking antibiotics with me. Follow? Close? Good boy. We're going to go this way. Like, say you took antibiotics and you never replenished your gut flora bacteria, then there's a higher chance of you getting sicker down the road. Everything needs balance. In our life, people are always telling you either have to be good or bad, but you should always be good. It's always like one-sided. Like the scale is never balanced. What we need to be is neutral. We need to take the good from the bad, the happy and the sad, and learn how to adapt our lives to those things. Now, that has a lot to do with how you put food in your body. Helps to project a proper mindset for moving forward in life. I've dealt with a lot of different things, and what I've started to notice that really works for me is that food combining is very, very, very important. Like, for instance, this week I kind of slacked on my teaching. Basically, vegetables with meat only. Throw your seasonings, whatever you want on there, but stay away from any yeast products, any not carbs, but pastas and breads and stuff, and dairy. Stay away from those. Just eat foods that can hydrate you and not dehydrate you. And I had a very good example of how that worked with me just recently. And the other day, I didn't have time. Well, let's not say I didn't have time. I just woke up later. I ate pizza a couple times that week and noticed that I'm, a little more phlegmy than normal. Had some dairy. All these things dehydrate you to a point where you're not living your best life, right? You're kind of setting yourself up for failure. And what I mean by that is if your body's not in a constant state of flow, like water in and then eliminating and cleaning and water out kind of thing, then your body starts backing up. It becomes septic. There's a reason why some people are obese, because they're not flushing their system. And they're eating foods that are bunging them up. Dairy is one of those things. So I don't eat dairy and I don't eat bread, just vegetables and meat, or vegetables and pastas, right? I never mix the two, because you need those vegetables, the enzymes, to help digest the food so you get proper nutrients, you feel better, you're not tired, so you don't fall into these states of disease. This all came from me just experimenting with Dr.chunks, with this gorgeous thing right here. Look at him. He's healthy. So my goal was to give this dog the best life I could. Take him for walks. And if you guys listened earlier on the live, I was talking to those people. Their dog was intact. My dog was intact. And, it could cause a fight. But not if you see the signs and then stop it from even happening. Right? So, because of this animal, I changed my diet. Because it all started with the whole, why spend the money on kibble when I could be adding it to the diet that we already eat? So instead of $140 going to shitty food that makes the dog sick, that went to good food that made us both healthy. So I started buying him raw chicken. He would eat raw chicken. Then I started cooking for both of us. And, hello, hey. I started cooking for both of us. And then I started losing weight. I started feeling better. Chunks is doing really good. His allergies stopped. And daily walks at the dog park. So now I'm getting out, walking, enjoying nature with my beautiful animal. He's just smelling the crap out of that ground. Look at him, he's like, ugh, the smells are so strong. Yes. Oh, it smells so good. He's like, I will pee on this. I will let the others know I was here. My master has summoned me. What a gorgeous thing. Are you following? Come on. Good boy. So, changing his diet helped change my diet. Changing his health helped change my health. So to get back to my original point was that by giving out into the world and becoming the best version of yourself allows you to inspire others to do the same. So I put all my time and soul into this dog. He comes with me everywhere, almost everywhere, you know, and I can't wait for him to have puppies, and then I'm gonna be walking through the park. I got my two Dr.chunks animals with me, and they're loving life too. Let's see you hop up over here. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. Hey, hop, hop. No. Hop, hop. Yeah, go around. Yeah, come from there, over this way. Look at this guy. Look at him. He is a beautiful animal. Wow. Look at those muscles. Look at those twitch fibers. Look at this guy. Hey, I said stay. Okay, you can come off. Good boy. Good boy. Well, I work on it every day. That's the key.
Yeah.
The same thing all the time. If you can keep that going, they'll listen. I was just talking about how I feed him on my channel, so I don't. How do you feed your dog?
I feed her raw. So
Oh, perfect, beautiful. I love it.
she's very particular. So when we got her huskies, Akita cross Siberian huskies.
Yeah.
So most huskies, they'll usually go on hunger strikes. It's pretty normal for their breed.
Huh.
And then usually sometimes they'll go back to eating normal. But for her, it was going on strike because she didn't want that protein. So we went through almost every single protein,
Yeah.
including like even kangaroo. We tried everything.
Kangaroo? Where do you get that?
From different raw stores.
Huh.
So ends up she'll only eat raw food that has salmon. Turns out she won't eat it thawed, but she'll eat it frozen. So we give her like just a tube of frozen raw dog food, and that's all she'll eat. And treats she's not picky about, but she'll only eat a few of them. And
Yeah.
so.
I usually I was just talking about how I ended up changing my diet because of him.
What do you feed him?
Well, I cook for the both of us, and I stick to just two simple things. It's literally, you never should mix your meat with bread, potatoes, or any kind of starches,
Mhm.
and always vegetables. Those vegetables help to digest the meats and stuff.
A lot of people are surprised that they're like, you feed your dog vegetables because it's mixed in with our
Yeah.
raw dog food, and we're like, yeah, you'd be surprised how much like dogs actually do need vegetables.
Yeah, like so with him, I literally, it was more or less an experiment. Like he's technically my experiment because he's not neutered or nothing, and I used to feed him bagged food. Used to buy the really good bagged food, so-called the good bagged food.
Yeah.
And I started finding out all kinds of shit. But then he had like tons of allergies, and people used to say, "Oh, pit bulls, they're susceptible to hip problems and all these allergies." And I'm like, well, I think the hip problem is because most people crop their tails, and now they got that equilibrium balance that's like fucked up.
Yeah.
You ever see a dog that's got a cropped tail? It runs funny. It kind of like runs on an angle.
Yeah.
And I could see how that would cause a hip problem. And then his nails they're white now, but they were red like.
Do you get the red at the tip and the
Yeah,
purple
yeah.
that came out? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, and he's always scratching and stuff, and so I ended up. I'm just gonna end this.
Sorry.